Thank you very much, Mr. General Secretary. Dear colleagues, distinguished guests, excellencies, let me express my heartfelt gratitude to the Guam Secretariat and Ministry of Foreign Affairs for active support and for every effort taken during the organizational process, as well as to the parliamentary delegation of Guam Parliamentary Assembly, our partners from the Baltic Assembly, and distinguished guests who accept our invitations. A year ago, on the fifth plenary session of Guam Parliamentary Assembly held in Baku, the chairmanship of Guam Parliamentary Assembly was handed over to Georgia for 2013. Throughout the year, Georgia took every effort promoting the priorities of its chairmanship and remained committed to the principles and goals of the organization. Activization of the cooperation in interparliamentary dimensions was one of the main priorities of Georgian chairmanship in Guam Parliamentary Assembly. In this regard, we have been focused on promoting the enhanced cooperation with the Guam Parliamentary Assembly in sphere of mutual interest. The meeting of Bureau of Guam Parliamentary Assembly, as well as the meeting of four sectoral committees that we managed to organize under the Georgian chairmanship, served as a good platform for interesting discussion and let us take a very concrete decision for further cooperation. The Georgian chairmanship maintains the traditional partnership of the observers group of Guam Parliamentary Assembly in the observing process during the both presidential election in October 9 in Republic of Azerbaijan and October 27 in Georgia. We also intend to organize sending the Guam Parliamentary Assembly observers in the upcoming additional election of the Parliament of Ukraine to held on December 9. Undoubtedly, this is worthy tradition that strengthens the democratic process as well as the promoted trustness towards Guam Parliamentary Assembly. Another important goal of the Georgian chairmanship was encouraging the interaction between Guam Parliamentary Assembly and its partners. Guam Parliamentary Assembly has strengthened its image of reliable and determined partner in the region, ready for new commitments for these purposes, as are proud of reaching the qualitatively new level of cooperation between Guam Parliamentary Assembly and Baltic Assembly. Throughout the years, the parliamentary delegation of Guam Parliamentary Assembly were invited to participate in the conferences and the sessions organized by the Baltic Assembly. We have just been to Riga to attend the 22nd Baltic Assembly and 19th Baltic Council sessions. However, the major accomplishment of the rebranded cooperation between Guam Parliamentary Assembly and Baltic Assembly was the joint international conference held on 26 or 28 June in Batumi, with participation of the representatives from other international parliamentary organizations. The conference aimed to provide a platform stage for discussion not only on the issues of the existing partnership between Guam and Baltic regions, but also to seek new spheres of cooperation, to reveal new opportunities and thus to open new horizons for our further interaction. On behalf of chairmanship of Guam Parliamentary Assembly, we once again reiterate our readiness to activate interactions within the regional parliamentary organizations and the parliaments of partner states, especially with the Parliament of Visegrad states, Benelux countries, and the Nordic group. We are committed to develop closer ties between regions and strengthen the European values and principles in the Black Sea-Caspian region. We are sure that intensified interactions, implementation of concrete projects, and sharing experience are equally important for our regions. Meanwhile, sustainable democratic environment is in the absolute cornerstone for development and trustworthy partnership and enhancing the mutually beneficial cooperation. The prospects of the cooperation between Guam and Baltic regions derive from the materialization of the European aspiration of a prospective Guam member state. Taking the opportunity, I would like to recall the resolution of basic direction of Georgian foreign policy adopted by Parliament of Georgia on March 7, 2013 and reaffirms that integration into European and Euro-Atlantic structure represents the main priority of Georgian foreign policy course. The resolution outlines the enhancement of Georgia towards the chosen direction, as well as our dedication to take further steps for building and strengthening democratic institutions, establishing governance system based on the principles of rule of law and supremacy on human rights, and finally ensuring the irreversibility of sustainable economic development. In this regard, we appreciate the readiness to our partners to share their experience as well as their firm support of those efforts and endeavors committed in face of the European integrations. Thanks to encouragements and recommendations of experienced partners, we never lose our enthusiasm while in moving forward on the complicated way. The experience of Visegrad Group and Baltic cooperation in this regard remains to be a lesson learned for Guam, and those organizations played an important role in the process of European and Euro-Atlantic integration of its members, and we also welcome such lessons and experience sharing. We are confident that through regional integration efforts like creating free trade zone, unification of procedures, harmonization of the legislation, building cooperation mechanisms and structures, we are gaining an important experience how to think regionally. Honorable guests, as politicians, we have great burden and responsibility to promote better life and ensure bright and prosperous future for our citizens. We make decisions and they change people's lives. We have given an authority by people. All our efforts should be put together to benefit those who have expressed their will and trusted politicians' power upon us. I am sure we cannot achieve this without coordinated cooperation. I hope we will continue achieve cooperation of Guam Parliamentary Assembly with our partner countries and organizations, representatives of which are partially presented here today. Without your support, the achievements of Guam organizations as a whole would not be so visible, and prospects of development would not so real. Thank you very much for your attention.